Okay, Harris's policies versus Trump's policies, the border and inflation. Let's talk about it. So first, let's go to Maine. Maine has got together, local and government have got together and erected beautiful new apartment complexes for the migrant population. It is exclusively for them, and they get to live there for 2 years for free, rent free. Local and state governments gonna get them covered. They don't got to worry about it. 2 years while they find a job. Now let's hop over to Boston. There's no school buses. The influx of migrant children there that are now going to be attending school has created a school bus shortage. So now the people of Boston who live there, have lived there, pay taxes there, have to find alternative ways to get their kids to school. Yep. And the kicker is, remember when I talked about in my other video about how the migrant population had taken over New York City? Well, they've landed in Colorado. Just like I said that they were going to migrate across the country, and I got comments saying that's not true. Well, it's true, and they've landed in Aurora, Colorado, and they've taken over 2 apartment complexes. One has now been deemed inhabitable because they destroyed it, and they literally were booting out residents. The police are like, they're up in arms. They don't know what to do. The landlords are like, yeah, they're taking the rent. We don't know what to do. So like I said, if y'all think that they're just gonna stay in one place, they went from New York City to Colorado. You think they're not gonna keep moving around? You think this is not gonna impact you where you live? You think there's not going to be apartment communities that go up that are going to be exclusively for the migrant population while there's homeless people and there's veterans sleeping in the street? Oh, while Gavin Newsom is taking their encampments and just tossing them in the trash? Yeah. And not only that, Kamala has added some things to her policies. So she did the 28% corporate tax. She wants to do that. 4 years ago, not now, when Trump was the president, it was 21%. She wants to make it 28%. If it goes up to 28%, the job market's going to continue to tank. Do the math. 44% capital gains tax. That's hers. That's her wish. And now she's decided to include 25% unrealized gains. Tax, 25%. So whatever you have that you want to sell it. She's taking 25%. That's why it's called unrealized, because we don't know how much you're going to sell whatever it is and how much you're going to sell it for. Whatever, just taking 25% of it. Yeah. And while we're on the topic of inflation, because we talked about that was all border stuff, right? The border's open. Kamala wants it to stay open. Trump wants to close it and continue to build the wall. She wants it open. So if we're 10 million plus, not counting gotaways, now, where are we going to be next year? You tell me. California, Newsom Town. So from a site that's called Insurify, I think it's called, they did a report, some data statistical report, that said that the car insurance in California will go up 54%. 54%. So, on average, yearly premiums are $1,700 in California. They're going to be $2,600. And they're saying this year. They're not even talking about 2025. So, if your car insurance goes up 54%, that's more than half for people. And the gas is still over $5, more like hovering around $6. Tell me how inflation is not impacting your life under the current administration. Tell me. I'll wait. Yeah. So while we're running around here with our panties in a knot, inflation is not changed one single bit. Eggs are still $8 to $10. Kamala has said on day one, January 20 something, she's gonna make all this go away while she's increasing all these taxes. So what does that mean for your life 2025? Is it going to be better? Is it going to be the same? Are all of your ranting and raving about Project 25 and how you're going to vote for someone because of their gender or the color of their skin or because they gave you a concert, are any of those things going to help you pay your rent, your mortgage, buy groceries, get your kids to school? Oh, yeah, I know. There's somebody in here looking at the video saying, well, that's in Boston. Okay, wherever there's a school bus, it could be a problem. Remember the Venezuelan migrants in New York? It's just in New York. Well, it's in Colorado now. So when everyone's running around here talking about reproductive rights and we want to be free and this person, if they're elected, we're not going to be free. What are you talking about? First of all, you're free right now. You're watching this video. No one told you couldn't watch this. You woke up this morning. No one told you couldn't get up. No one's going to tell you that you don't have to buy, you can't buy bread or butter or beef or eggs. You're going to still be able to do that. You're still going to be able to have to figure out how to pay your rent, your mortgage, because you're free. And for those who are talking about protecting their reproductive rights, we already talked about that, because abortions and vasectomies is not reproduction. Okay? So tell me why everyone is so up in arms and fighting on this app about this candidate versus that candidate. Just look at the facts and the data and make up your own mind. And stop coming in here talking about you're going to vote for someone because of the color of their skin or their gender. You sound crazy. You sound crazy. This blinder situation where people are pretending like this shit is not going to impact them, it's happening right in front of our eyes. I literally said the Venezuelan migrants are going to take over this country. They're going to keep moving around. They're going to migrate. And everyone came in my comments like, that can't happen. Well, it's happened. Meanwhile, the veterans and the homeless people are still on the street, and Mr. Newsom is in California throwing all their shit in the trash. Where are they going to go now? Because they can't stay on the sidewalk. Didn't they make that a law that if you're homeless, that's a crime? I think that's a thing. The border's still open. The border is still open. When you need to get your kid on a school bus and there's not enough room for your kid on the school bus, tell me what you're going to do. Because at that point, it's not going to be about reproductive rights. It's not going to be about your freedom. It's not going to be about because someone is a felon. It's going to be about you can't get your kid to school. And all of the free stuff that they were giving out back in the day, like the beginning of when they got in office, they're still giving that money out. And your taxes are still paying for it. Difference is you're not getting it. So make informed decisions. Stop listening to what people are telling you in the middle of a concert and ask yourself, what policy makes more sense for me and my family? Thank you for watching this video. Please share it. Please comment. Please repost it. And I think that's it. Have a great day. And I'm going to do a whole series, an educational series on some things, because I think some people just don't know some stuff. And I'm here to share it with you. Have a great day. Subscribe to my page. And then I'm also on the YouTube, so you can go over there and subscribe there as well for long form content. Have a great day. Have a great week. Bye.